Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voices from the Sea, with me, Watson690. Last time, I've forgotten his name, Cantus. Cantus discovered he has a penis, and he fancies... I've forgotten her name, definitely. Begins with an M? It's been a little while since I've recorded this, to be honest. We're on day 5. Cantus! That day, Gario came to my desk. I've never seen him look so serious before. What is it? You said you met a girl named Maris, right? Begins with an M. Begins with an M. I remember that much. What about it? You see, I got curious, so I asked around. She's a ghost. No one here knows any girl named Maris. I'm not surprised. It proves that your awesome networking sucks. Listen, I'm serious. Do you remember the rumour I told you the other day? No, because it's been more than a day since I've last played this. What rumour? I knew you weren't listening. Basically, one boy in the other class went to the beach recently, and he saw something there. He saw a ghost. A female ghost. That girl you met, could she be... Right. Why would a ghost appear in broad daylight? Ah, good point. But if she isn't a ghost, then what is she? Just an ordinary, strange girl. How can someone be ordinary and strange at the same time? Define normal for me. You will find that there is no one who can truly be classified as normal. Ever, anywhere. Besides, I'm sure someone would have noticed her if she was that unique. I've got a moth in my room. There's a moth in here. It's only a small moth, so it can live. Oh, I know. Maybe all of this is just in your head. Oh, no, wait. Oh, I know. There you go, I need to get the inflection right. Maybe all of this is just in your head. You're so desperate for friends that you started seeing one. For a second I thought he had substantial things to say. That is just something that people would say to someone when they don't understand their depression. For a second I thought he had substantial things to say. Why do I even bother? Go away, Gario. Garioke. I feel dirty for playing this game. A ghost, huh? With that question fixated in my mind, I instinctively stared at her. Cantus? Why are you staring at Maris like that? It's embarrassing. The weird twitchy head thing! It's embarrassing. Oh, she likes him too. Oh, must be nice being 12 or 13. Were they 14? No, it's nothing. That stupid fly. Look what he's done to me. Now I can't get it out of my head. It's true that this girl is unusual, but I just can't picture her as no one. No, I just can't picture her as one, a ghost, no matter what. Hey, Cantus! Her voice finally snaps me back to reality. Have you ever built a sandcastle? Oh, please let me say no, I don't want to build a sandcastle. Of course. If you're talking about many interesting things you can do here, building sandcastles is definitely one of them. Alright! That's what we're going to do for round 5. Let's go build one! That's all. Isn't that too normal for your standards? What happened to your usual random antics? Has Maris done anything random? Like turning up in a disguise and saying you're a magical girl? How about everything? Really? Oh god. Fucking noises. Really? One look at her face and I can tell that my remark has completely eluded her. No, she's playing coy. She's trying to get some compliments off you. Trying to be cute. She's blissfully unaware of herself. So why sandcastles? Oh, Maris has never made one before. Does Cantus dislike it? No, but I absolutely suck at it. It is not hard to make a sandcastle. You just get your bucket, you fill it to the fucking brim with sand, flip it over, smack it a few times with your shovel, because you're going to have a shovel with you if you got your bucket. You got to have a bucket and a spade. And then you just lift it off gently, and then that's a sandcastle. And you get you can get ones which are like shaped like an upside down castle. So when you tip it upside down and you pull it out, and it's like you got a little sandcastle there. And then if you get really into it, you can start adding little extra bits to it and being really fancy. You can get these little flags on top. And I'm going to carry on with the game now. I absolutely suck at it. All right then, let's compete for the best sandcastle. The winner gets to punish the loser. Come again? That's what he'll probably be doing later. Ready, set, go! No, no, let me choose to build... Let me choose to look for... I want to choose to look for thingies instead. Seashells. Like a predator that ambushes its unsuspecting prey, she left me hanging without further explanation. I take back what I've just said. She's just as random as ever. Cantus! There is no way in hell she has never built a sandcastle before. Look at it! She's got more than one bucket, she's got fucking tons of buckets. So it's just one big, giant, massive, fancy bucket. And that sand is really white. What do you think? Maris worked really hard on it. Anyone can tell. I've never seen such an elaborate sandcastle. Are you sure you've never made one before? Giggle. Hee hee hee. How about you, Cantus? She lied to us! She just straight up lied to us! How about you, Cantus? What did you make? I made a pile... I made a pile of crap because I didn't want to make a sandcastle. It's got a little... Look, it's got a little hole there, so it's got an entrance. I made a sand cave. And this is where the ogre lives. And the ogre's going to come and knock down the castle. Because that's what ogres do. They want to get the princess from the top of the castle right up here. And they're going to kidnap her and take her back to the sand cave. But then the castle's going to send his army. And it's going to destroy the sand cave and accidentally kill the sand princess. Is that melted ice cream? I glance at my sand castle. Or at least, that's what it's supposed to be. It's a sand cave where the ogre lives. The sand ogre lives. Embarrassment doesn't even begin to describe it. I've never felt so defeated. So, does Maris win? Challenge her again, or look for seashells! Which was the button to look for? Use the mouse. Alright, you win. I have no talent at this. Yay! As punishment for losing so miserably, Cantus will have to get Maris more seashells. Now, I don't feel like there's any sort of satisfaction from it today. I'm gonna find her the worst seashell. You call that a punishment? I was planning to look for one anyway. Yeah, I didn't want to build a sandcastle. I wanted a choice, build sandcastle or look for seashell. And I didn't want to build the sandcastle, but you forced me to. A spiral whelk. No, I don't want that. A wing clam. There, the most boring one on the beach. You found a paper cone. Yes. I will take the cone. It took me some time to choose, but I think this is the best one I could get. It took me no time at all to choose. I chose the worst one. It is so plain and boring, and you can't hear the sea through it, Maris. You are an idiot. Cantus, what did you get for Maris? This looks kind of familiar. Oh god, don't say I got the good one. Doesn't it? I thought of getting you the coolest or the prettiest seashell, but when I saw this, I knew I had to pick it up, because I hate you. It looks just like you. One second here. Right. So we've got... This, apparently, looks just like Maris. What if I just, like, make that a bit more accurate? And then I can... You know what? I can see the resemblance. It looks just... It does look like Maris. Apparently it does. Seashells are amazing. Let's call this a Maris shell. They even have Maris's long lost sibling. They are amazing. There's so many different types of seashells, I could never get bored by it. Ah, we need to find something with shells that'll make him smile. Everyone seems to think it's weird that I like seashells. I think I'm breaking this chair slowly but surely. It's already pretty old anyway. Some of them are weird, but that's what makes them interesting. At least that's what I think. Hee hee hee. Cantus is always so passionate when it comes to seashells. I can't help it. You see, they remind me of the sea. Now the sea is way out there somewhere, not this bit here. If we're here, looking down that way, we haven't been at the seaside the entire time. I've lived on this island ever since I was born. My house, my school, the neighbourhood, they're the only places I knew all my life. I came to think that the world was so small, so insignificant. Then you start looking up at the sky, and you realise how insignificant we are. Because the moon is way the fuck out that way. Miles upon miles upon miles upon miles out that way. But all that's holding the moon in place around us is some invisible force that we can barely understand. If you think that the Earth seems insignificant because of the size of your island, think about it in terms of the size of the solar system, and then realise that that's just one small part in the galaxy, and that's just one small part in the universe. Now how insignificant do you feel? So can we have your kidney? It all changed when I saw the sea for the first time. It's so huge, so amazing. You can't see the end of it. I remember I was so enthralled I couldn't get my eyes off of it. I wished I could bring it home. I bet he had a piss in the sea. It's like the law, you've got to have a piss in the sea. Of course it was a silly thought, you can't do something like that. That's why I began to collect seashells. Unlike the sea, you can bring them home. They're the closest connection I have with the sea. It's like having it close to you all the time. At least he's got interests, I'll say that. We should encourage this. That's so embarrassing. Nasty, she's not helping. I remember she said that before. I always find you here. Surely you don't hate the sea, do you? Huh? I guess. She usually speaks with conviction. It's odd seeing her fidget as if she was uncertain of her answer. Maris is really happy you think that way. But Cantus, the sea and seashells are two different entities. They're just neighbours who happen to live side by side. If you really want to bring the sea home, this is what you should do. She takes out a tiny glass bottle and dips it into the sea. I should have kept that other window capture up so I could just put that on her head now and just that still looks kind of like Maris. In fact, that looks more like Maris because it's so round. Here you go. With this, you can bring the sea everywhere you go. Where was she hiding that? She doesn't have any pockets. She always does the unexpected. But this time, it just feels right for her to do so. This is for me? Yeah! It looks like a perfume bottle. But without the shooty bit. Cantus gave Maris so many seashells, this is the return gift. Oh, I didn't know I was going to get a gift off her if I kept on ignoring her and looking for seashells. Thanks. Hee hee hee. Thanks. It's a word I haven't said in a long time. Was it the bottle I was thankful for? Or was it something else? See, this is what I meant by your usual random antics. Only you can come up with something like this. No, it makes more sense than taking seashells with you, to be honest, because then you've got a bit of the sea with you, and not something that was made in the sea. You've actually got the sea itself. How are seashells made? It's great, isn't it? What a strange girl. But if she isn't a ghost, then what is she? Just an ordinary strange girl. How can someone be ordinary and strange at the same time? Again, define normal. Define ordinary. If everyone was ordinary and normal, it'd be boring. Besides, I'm sure someone would have noticed her if she was that unique. Oh, I know. Maybe all of this is just in your head. You're so desperate for friends that you started seeing one. Cantus? What's wrong, Cantus? It finally dawned on me why... That should be on me. Why Garrio's words bothered me so much. The strange disconnect that I felt ever since I met her. Because you know fuck all about her. You've opened up about yourself because you're too afraid of being alone even though you shut yourself off from the world. And now you've got this girl who's not opening up herself, but she's going out there and finding people and getting them to tell her. You're like complete opposites, but with the same issue. Everything is too good to be true. As the thought flashes through my mind, I hold tight the bottle she gave me in my palm and I crush it! It's as if I'm worried that it will disappear someday. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that's the end of day 5. It is. Cloudy, what's hiding behind those clouds? Ooh, I'm cheering up. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been Watson690. This has been The Army That Needs More Unicorns. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.